More prosperity, less gas prices, less food prices, help for our veterans, and God bless our military wherever they are in these United States and abroad. There would be no wars.
Ladies
there wasn't
and
any when
gentlemen,
President Trump
please
was president.
welcome the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
They know how to play this emotional music and get you feeling. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want us to get flagged for
Well,
the music.
yeah, no. Well, let's make it brief.
All right,
Let
so
us congratulate him for the fact
for his
that he was
nomination.
able to, no, for escaping death. Only
All right.
those who are,
Speaking of death, just to make the presentation awesome, right? I want to play this video and then we'll talk about that, okay? Oh, this guy 2 days ago, and I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Let's go.
Comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple
Probably
months old.
20 million.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Oh.
That's it.
All right, so this is the worst nightmare ever. As of 2 days ago, nobody wants this kind of stuff. There's one more thing I want to share with you before you take your commentary, right? And this is a report on Washington Post. JD. Hold on 1 second.
Vance?
Let me just make sure.
JD
Vance, yeah, the new VP, right? Is journey from a never Trump guy to Trump's VP peak. This is according to Washington Post. The announcement caps a meteoric rise for the GOP star who went from Appalachia to the Senate and now is Trump's number 2. Okay, this guy, and I quote, okay, this was just in October 2016. I can't stomach Trump. I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. Right now, this is a very consistent story across the board with the GOP.
Yeah, what they are saying is that he has a road to Damascus experience, that he has got some political epiphany. Now he knows what he never knew. So he got this conversion, and he's now a super MAGA. But let us first congratulate Donald Trump for escaping the assassin's bullet.
Yes.
At least that did not kill him. It's reason for us to celebrate. But again, as Americans, it's sobering that we lost a life there. And some people are still on the list, listed in critical condition in some hospitals.
From that event.
Tonight. From that event. And then look at the tragedy that a 20-year-old individual, who was said to have lived through being bullied. Being bullied while in high school. When he graduated 2 years ago from high school, he had so much promises and probably appeared to have been able to survive all that. All the ridicule, the humiliation he suffered for the way he used to dress. Some people said like Hunter. And this guy happens to belong to some I do not want to dignify him. That's why I'm not mentioning his name in full. Because people like that, they do not have to be given that kind of, the undesired, undeserved media focus or attention. So that does not send the wrong signals to people who have all kinds of issues, including mental, psychotic issues that will make them to want to do this kind of thing. Yes, Donald Trump may not be the finest of us all in America, but understand that, like President Joe Biden has said, there should be no room for this. And here on this platform, we condemn without equivocation what happened to Donald Trump, that shooting, that attempt at getting him creamed. We totally abhor that, and we register objection to that. And to anybody that may be nursing that kind of obnoxious, wicked, if not totally evil agenda to mess up political space. Politics, indeed, should be war without the shedding of blood. And really, it can even be made a drama without the tone of war. So everybody should tone that. That said, what do I think about how we got to that moment? You never know what could come from your advocacies at times. If people say, let us have gun control, let us have background check before assault rifles or any kind of arm, for that matter, is sold to anybody or anybody can acquire it, have you checked the level of that person, the prospective buyer of that gun? Have you checked their temperament? That could be an issue in itself, apart from all kinds of manifestos out there that drive people on edge to go and commit dastardly acts that could lead to loss of life, outright killings, murders, and domestic terrorism. This is not just the case in America, also in Nigeria, all over West Africa today, all Central African Republic, wherever. Africa is almost messed up, and America is not flooding elsewhere with its assault-grade weapons, military-grade weapons. America is not doing that. But you see what Russia is doing all over Africa with Kalashnikov, AK-47, AK-45, all kinds of AKs. Yet they are not even from Akure. Yet they carry all kinds of AKs. And then they set us against each other, we get killed. So we must register our objection to this proliferation of arms, whether heavy or light. It does not matter. We do not need it. And look at all over Nigeria, because I've had sentiment from people who should be otherwise respected, like people like Rufai Hussaini, almost saying, oh, this would lead to the coronation of Donald Trump. Yes, it is true in Yoruba parlance, because he loves quoting Yoruba proverbs. Must that be the case? Must that be the case that, oh, so when there is tragedy, some good must come out of it? That is nonsense at times. Why must you even set
application is wrong, eh?
It's wrong. The context is completely wrong. Okay, because they have attempted his life. Now, this is going to be an easy pass for him to the presidency. Wait until the election is conducted. Wait until we vote in America before you begin. And I've also had the sentiments from Rufai Hussaini saying that this guy appears on Arise, the morning show on Arise.
Right.
He has expressed the sentiment that appearance of President Joe Biden on NBC with the anchor person there is going to be scripted. I was wondering, why is he trying to reduce America in size in terms of journalism standard and practice to what obtains in Nigeria, where there is protocol journalism? Tonight, finally, that interview here, did you see out of the journalist was on Joe Biden? In Nigeria, if they were the obsession of being before a president is enough to kill the average or overwhelm the average Nigerian journalist, you'll be hearing words like, Your Excellency, sir, 20,000 times. things that obstruct the flow of the text and whatever is supposed to be the issue that should occupy the focus.
Well,
You
belly,
always find them
belly infrastructure must be protected at all costs.
nonsense. And then you had the Ola, what do you think of Sean Hannity? Rufai Husseini was saying that what Joe Biden should opt for appearing on Fox's Sean Hannity show. Tell me, whoever is serious that goes to Sean Hannity or the one
What,
that
to prove what point? To prove what point exactly?
that he's going to just have a free pass with NBC. That MSNBC crowd, they are not tough. It's a Sean Hannity.
Yeah, that's
like
nonsense.
Rush Limbaugh. Yeah, and the one that talks of a no-spin zone, I've forgotten his name now. Those are the ones that are tough. The Fox Park. I'm like, what kind of journalism is Rufai Husseini preaching in Nigeria? Okay, so these are the people who inspire the way he even becomes so rude on his guests at times. I do not get it. I don't know if you understand the way America works. Those are some NET people that is mentioning. Billy O'Reilly, the no spin zone guy, all of them, they are ideologues for extreme agenda in America. Maybe you should understand that these people are bigots. And Joe Biden will never appear on their show. But if he wants to go there, good luck to him. But no serious American level-headed leader goes to such shows. None. Finally, you have had the immediate reaction of Joe Biden, which was so gracious. Even initially, Donald Trump, who used to just want to reel it out and pick a fight, he toned down his rhetoric. But his son did not before he deleted what he initially posted. What he tweeted out was to blame it, obstructing the genuine investigations of FBI and Secret Service. He was blaming it on left-wing, what's it called, liberals in America. And that no matter what, you see, a moment that all of us should be sober about. That is what he was going to use.
So you're using to perpetuate nonsense.
He was going to use it to score cheap political points. And that is what Rufai Husseini is doing in Nigeria. And there are people like him all over the place. They have very little and poor understanding of the way things work here. And then they begin to push.
I think Rufai Husseini swears up and down that he's for the people and he's always tackling the politicians, and that's the kind of vibe I get out of him. Are you trying to say that it's all fake?
Sometimes I used to, yes, but now I know some of that is being fake. He doesn't really understand what this is about. And then they should stop coming to play to the gallery all the time. The highfalutin English, speak French. How many Nigerians speak French, by the way? So all these things. So it goes to no issue. What we are saying is that leave Americans alone to make the proper choice. Stop trying to set agenda that do not really address the issues here. What I have seen is that Joe Biden is poised for the political battle of his life. Look at him on that last interview tonight.
I'm looking at Amber Rose making a speech on the stage.
Yes. See, Joe Biden did not mince words in calling out what actually transpired. While people like Husseini, Husseini even missed some lines this morning and forgot what he wanted to say. And so, as a young man, I felt he should have been able to have it all
to remember. Why is he acting old like Joe Biden, right?
Yeah, but he always ridiculed Joe Biden for
like old Biden,
depreciation in his cognition and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you think it's so easy? And if it is easy, if you first lose the sight, like people like us and the late prophet Theo Obadare, then we will respect his brain. But every day he has a script of how a good journalist must prepare. There's no problem about that. Then why should it be
That's
wrong
protocol.
in the case? Yes, why should it be wrong in the case of Joe Biden? This is the point we are making. If it is good for you to be
It's a
prepared,
cheap shot, I guess. This is a good time to make a cheap shots at Joe Biden.
so this is not the defining. We still have a long time between now and the election, and nobody should even toy with the idea of political violence. We will all stay alive, express our views and our choice through our votes. This is what this is about. And
All right.
finally,
Yeah. Yes.
you saw that that judge in the concerning the matter involving the federal judge, the appointee of
the case dismissal.
Yes, dismiss the matter. You see the kind of corruption we're talking about.
So how do you feel about my prediction so far?
Clarence Thomas. Yeah, you seem to be Clarence Thomas laid the premise. He delivered the job. What a time to live in America.
Anyway, I think I'm going to continue to observe. Really, for me, I'm finding all of this interesting because I have my very unique perspective on how this life works. I think we're all
well, you are a tough business person. I am coming from the background of journalism mixed with morality, and for me, I look at utopian and ideals. But
the ideals,
like utopian and ideals. You, elements like you are about life in itself is such a dangerous, wide ocean with its sharks and all that.
This is a vicious, cold world that we live in.
Yes. So,
and America was built on that.
I respect your views, but at the end of the day, I think the ideals of democracy must not be allowed to suffer. We cannot.
Agreed.
The ideals
100%.
of democracy. Yes.
Yeah.
We cannot.
I agree 100%. I do think. I think if this world is full of people like me, I think that's a terrible idea too. So we need. You are just giving your analysis on reality. I pursue ideals, and that is not to say that you and Donald Trump are in the same class. No, we're not. We're not.
You are one apart.
Yeah.
And thank God, with the experience, this what's it called, near-death experience that he had 2 days ago. Now he knows and is able to express gratitude to God that any of us, you drop or you
Anybody
are
can drop.
You are cream.
Let me ask you this question.
You are like a piece of dust.
Let me ask you this question. Maybe in about 60 seconds, you can give me your take on this. Two-Face, our very own Two-Face Idibia. He saw the event of the last 2 days as potentially, I'm paraphrasing, pure packaging.
It could be. You don't know, but I don't want to go there. I have to give it a thought.
All right. Let's leave it there.
I gave it a thought. Yeah. It could be, and it may be not.
Because it may not. It may be not. Right. We don't know.
It may be not. We do not know. But what really got me curious? Why did they? Yes, they said if they had not killed that guy, more damages would have been done. But why did they not catch him alive? If we had caught him alive, we would know.
So what does he know that we will never know?
Yeah, if somebody was told, God, this is a script, act it out, and in order not to divulge or disclose the shadows.
My own question, Shai, is exactly how big is Donald Trump's ears?
Well,
that's a question that I personally like. I'm just curious.
I've never been up close with him, but we suspect it may be an elephantine. It could be the size of that of an elephant. Who knows? But the deal is that, thank God, he survived.
We thank God, and it should be absolutely condemned. That type of activity should be condemned. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Two-Face should be careful too how he speculates. But don't blame Two-Face. There is something American about the way he has them. I mean, he has reasoned. You know, there is that course content in American college education, critical thinking, and that is why all of us can have this mental magnitude of imagining and pursuing studies in intelligence work. And we should be broad-minded to consider everything, all angles to the possibilities on the card. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that analysis. Let us know your thought. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. And check out this next segment. We'll be right back.